Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back all my lovely regular viewers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today's video is, I thought I would go all out and do an extra long set for you. I never really show you me putting the tips on, but I thought because these are these really long tips that I got from Pink Candy Nails, I will put a link in the description box for you from where I bought them. But I just thought I would show you how I put them on. So the first nail here, as you can see, it didn't stick. So sometimes, because they are quite thicker than normal nails, I'm just using a little helper, and I use a brush on activator, and it sets the glue instantly. So whenever I'm doing any kind of tips that aren't sticking straight away, I just go straight for the brush on activator, and that just sorts it out. So you can see just how much of a difference that little brush on activator makes. So these nails are, as I said, they're extra long, but I'm not going to use them just quite as long as this. I will have to file them in just to taper them in, because I don't know why, but these particular tips, they tend to go out on the sides and then into the point. It's very strange. So I don't show that on camera though, but I do take them, taper them in, and I do take the length down. So as usual, all the acrylic I'm using is from Glitterbels, and I'm also using this little netting that I got from Angel Glitter Mats. I did upload a video prior to this one just of the small little order I got from them, Halloween stuff and other nail art stuff. They're fantastic. I'll put their link below in the description box. So the colour of the Glitterbels I'm using is Wifey, and I think it only came out during lockdown. I'm not too sure, but it's this gorgeous red. If any of you have ever used like OPI, they have a colour called Big Apple Red, and it is so similar to this. It's stunning. I'm starting out on the little finger, and this is going to be a full coverage of this Glitterbel colour Wifey. You can see that it is really pigmented, so I don't have to put this colour on thick. But because it is so pigmented, you can see whenever I'm wiping my brush out that there is some of the colour transfers onto that little paper towel. Moving on now to the ring finger, and again I'm going in with Wifey just from the cuticle area, and I'm going to bring that down about a quarter of the way down the nail, and then I will cut it off using my little cutter tool in a straight line. On this nail I am going to encapsulate that netting that I showed at the start, and to do that I need to lay down a layer of clear first, just so that the netting has something to stick to. The heat in my little studio today is quite warm, so I don't have to wait too long for the acrylic to start to cure, so that I can use my little cutting tool. So this is just a craft knife that I got off Amazon. I was using a different one. I was using like a little blade, but I do find this is so much easier because you've got the long handle, and especially with me having long nails at the minute, it's definitely easier for me to use. I am going in now with my little file, because I can see a little bit of red residue from the acrylic just on the glass nail tips, and I don't want anything showing through other than the netting that I'm going to encapsulate. So the reason I'm using the acrylic to encapsulate it rather than sticking the net on first with the glue is I just want to make sure that the nail is completely clear and that the structure is there. I have found that by doing it this way, I'm bringing that clear up to the height of the red that I've put on the nail, and then I'm setting the netting into it, and it has just worked out so much better for this set. So while the glass slippers is still wet, I'm just going to place the netting onto it and just push it into place with my fingers. I want to make sure that it's really stuck into that acrylic. I'm also going to place just a tiny little thin layer of the glass slippers over it. This isn't the point that I'm capping the nails. I just want to make sure that that netting is secure so that I can file the sides of them and cut away any of the excess of the net. Moving on now to the pointer finger, I'm winging this set. I have no, I'm just going with the flow. So when I got to the middle finger, I was like, oh my goodness, what do I do? So I went ahead and I went on to the pointer finger because I had an idea in my mind already what I was going to do with the pointer finger. So I've given in with the Wifey on the bottom half of the nail, and I'm going, as you can see, I'm cutting it off again in a nice straight line just with my little cutting tool. And then I will go in with, I know I should have done it at the start. I'm going to go in with some Pinkerbel cover just on the nail bed area. So now I finally decided what I'm going to do on the middle finger, and I'm going to in again more or less the opposite of what I've done on the bottom or on the pointer finger. So instead of putting the Wifey on the bottom part of the nail, I'm putting it on the top half part of the nail. And again, I did that little cutout just in the nice straight line on the middle finger. So moving on to the thumbnail, and in most of my videos, if I'm doing the thumb, I always do the little finger and the thumb the same. So this is going to be a full coverage of the Wifey. So I'm just taking my little file again, and I'm just making sure that that little cutout is really straight and that there's no red residue left on the nails. So moving back to the ring finger now, and the glass slippers has cured and it's encapsulated that netting that I've placed in it. So I'm just taking my file and I'm just filing the edges just in a downward motion, and that's going to cut off the netting and it's going to make sure that it's done nice and neat. And just the same on the free edge, I'm just taking that file and running it backwards and forwards and just making sure that everything is all cut away and that we're just left with the acrylic. So this is the Pinkerbel cover that I'll use on the pointer finger, and I also have these little like hearts. I know it isn't Valentine's, but I just thought that these little hearts would just go perfect with this set. So back onto the pointer finger, and this is the Pinkerbel cover that I'm just going on just to cover the nail bed area and that little gap between the red and the glass tip. So this is basically just to camouflage that area. And while that Pinkerbel cover is still wet, I'm just going to press on some of these little hearts. So this is Broken Gold. As you know, this is one of my most favourite acrylics from Glitterbels. I use this so much, I absolutely love it. But I thought it would go perfect because the little netting that I used has got some gold in it as well. As these nails are so long and so dramatic, I thought I would use quite a bit of Broken Gold on this. So I'm going right up into that cuticle area and I'm bringing it down in that little S kind of movement, and I'm just making sure that I have loads of it on. And as I love Broken Gold so much, I thought I would add just little bits of it to the middle finger. And then while that's still wet, I'll go ahead and I'll place some of those little hearts all over the bottom half of that nail. After I'd placed the first layer of those little hearts on, I've went in with some glass slippers and I'm placing on top of that more of the red hearts. It's just to give like a multi-layer effect when you look at the nails. Back onto the ring finger now, and I'm just going in with a little bit of that Broken Gold just to break up where the red meets the little net that I've put on. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cap all the nails in glass slippers. I'm only going to show one or two of them being capped because they're all capped exactly the same way. Again, to keep the length of the video down, I did all the filing and shaping off camera, so I'm just doing a quick wipe down with some alcohol to remove all the dust and debris, and then I'm going to go in with some of these little, they're like little gold, little gold half, I don't know how to describe these, they're like little gold semicircle, yes, that's it, half semicircle, no, because that is a semicircle, so semicircle little cuffs for the cuticle area. I don't know what you would call these, but anyway, I'm sticking them on with some of the gripper glue from CJP, and as you can see, I'm having quite a little bit of a fight with them, so I do actually stop it and don't even show me doing it on the other nail because they are a nightmare. So I have already gone on and I've placed some of the rhinestones, and now I'm going in with these little, they're like sticky chains that I got from Glitter Planet, and I just think they will perfectly complement this set. I am keeping it on the whole time because you can see how I fight with this and you can have a good laugh. As much as I love the long nails on myself, they do get in the way of doing kind of intricate stuff, but I just love long nails. So all the rhinestones are on, everything that I have to put on the nail is on, and now it's top coat time. So we should get a wow with this one, especially with the ring finger because of that netting. And oh my goodness, just look at it, it just comes to life. I am definitely going to be using this again. This is so pretty. So this was my super XXL long nails that I haven't done in a while, and it's kind of spurred me on to do some more. So here is the finished set, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next video. So take care. See you soon. Bye.